Hi, I'm Kengo, born and raised in Tokyo. So how do you start your mornings? For me, it's not just about waking up. It's about centering my mind and preparing for the day ahead. Over the last 3 years, I've gone from being a coffee addict to a matcha addict. Today, I want to show you my daily morning matcha ritual, a practice I never miss. It's become my way of starting the day with mindfulness and intention. When I wake up, the first thing I do is head to the kitchen. I take out all the tools I need from the tea box. My tea bowl, bamboo scoop, bamboo whisk, and linen cloth. These tools are essentials for the ritual, and preparing them feels like setting the stage for something special. Next, I fill my cast iron kettle with filtered water and bring it to a boil. While the water heats up, I soak the chasen to soften the bamboo, reducing the risk of cracking and ensuring it moves smoothly when whisking. I also sift the matcha through a fine sieve. This step ensures there are no clumps, creating a silky texture. I usually sift a bit more than I need to save time for future sessions. When the water comes to a boil, I turn off the heat, remove the kettle lid, and let the water cool to around 80 degrees Celsius or 176 degrees Fahrenheit. Matcha is delicate, and using water that's too hot can ruin its flavor, so cooling the water is an important step. First, I purify and soften the bamboo whisk by adding some hot water. This step reduces the chance of cracking the whisk and helps it last longer. Personally, I love this part. It's not just about preparing the chasen, it feels like it becomes part of me, syncing with my breath. The subtle tapping sound when the bamboo touches the bowl's edge is incredibly meditative. Now I warm the matcha bowl by rotating the bowl to warm it evenly. This not only warms the bowl but also enhances the flavor of the matcha. After pouring out the water, I dry the bowl with the linen cloth and prepare it for use. I measure out 2 scoops of sifted matcha into the bowl using the bamboo scoop. To make sure no matcha powder is wasted, I tap the bamboo scoop gently on the edge of the bowl twice, a small meditative gesture that reminds me to handle everything with care. Next, I pour the hot water into the bowl, just enough to create the right consistency. Using the bamboo whisk, I whisk in a no in Japanese motion, starting gently at the center and moving outward. The goal is to create a smooth, frothy surface with tiny bubbles, a sign of well-prepared matcha. Once it's ready, I take the bowl to a peaceful spot, usually sitting on the tatami in seiza, the traditional kneeling position. Before drinking, I raise the bowl slightly and give it a small bow to express gratitude. Then I turn the bowl slightly and take my first sip. For me, this moment is pure mindfulness, the earthy aroma, the rich flavor, and the warmth of the bowl in my hands. It's a small but profound experience. If you are sensitive to caffeine, I recommend having a light snack beforehand to balance the effects. After finishing, I clean the bowl by wiping its rim and turning it back to its original position. Then I take a few minutes to sit quietly in zazen, a meditative posture, focusing on my breath and letting the matcha energy flow through me. By this time, my child is usually awake, and I move on to my regular morning routine of fatherhood and work. So what did you think? Is anyone else dedicated to preparing matcha as I am? For me, it wasn't always like this. At first, even using a chasen felt like too much effort, and I tried all kinds of shortcuts like using a shaker. But over time, I discovered how fulfilling it is to take these small intentional steps each morning. If you are curious about the matcha or want to know more about Japanese culture and wellness, let me know in the comments. I'll be sharing more videos like this, so don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.